Hello everyone, welcome back to the Aquarium Project YouTube channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it and I love you all so much. I just wanted to give a quick update so if you're following on Facebook or that you would have seen, but we're having a slight change to our opening hours in the shop. And so what that means is that's going to probably impact our uploading schedule a little bit. It's not going to affect it badly, it'll just change it a little bit, so I thought I'd let you know. So you will have noticed we don't really upload on Thursdays because I'm not working on Thursdays. That was my previous day off. But going forward, my day off is going to be on Mondays now. So yeah, I won't be uploading on Mondays. So yeah, I mean, you can keep an eye out for that. Hopefully, we'll have to see how we go, but I'm hoping that what's going to happen is that I'm going to be able to record an extra video at some point in the week and just upload it later. You know, like maybe on the Monday. But I don't want to lock it in yet because there's a few moving parts. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. So I hope that makes sense to you all. Any questions, of course, you know where to find me. But yeah, I think that was all I had. Obviously, no one cares about this part. This is all the boring stuff. So let's look at some fish, eh? So the plan for today is that I am gonna be just showing you guys, because I just ordered in a bunch of new fish and there's some really cool stuff. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you because why not? I mean, the most fun part about fish is looking at them. So let's look at some cool fish. So pretty much they're all in this area in the community fish department, but the order we're going is I'll just start at this end and then work our way across basically. So yeah, the first thing we've got is something that is really cool, but unfortunately they always come in so little, is the panda koris. That'd be my favorite kori by far. But yeah, they always come in so little is my one. That's why I don't really stock them too much, but I did have a couple people asking for them specifically, so I did bring some in. So they'll be $20. They're a little bit skinny at the moment, but, you know, come back tomorrow and they'll be fat as, basically. So, yeah. Panda kori is my favorite kori. If you're even somewhat interested in koris, like you got maybe a smaller tank or you just like koris, buy them. They're way cooler than some of the other options, in my opinion. In this tank, what do we got? We have some... Oh, these are going to be really hard to show you. But we have Albino Koi Swordtails. So they got, like, the red eyes. Focus, but they're really cool. Like I was talking to, I said on Facebook just before, someone else, another shop owner actually posted it on one of the groups, like saying they weren't really a guppy guy but getting really into it, and I'm very much in that same group. Like every time I bring in guppies, I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty fancy. Maybe I should be a guppy guy. But yeah, that's so cool. And then the other thing we got in here that's new is pygmy koris. That's the Corydoras pygmaeus. They're really popular, stay nice and small, a bit more like mid-water swimming than a lot of the other options. So something a bit different, something a bit fun. This tank, there's nothing new, but I'll just show you anyway. There's glow light tetras and red phantoms. Glow lights is like my one that's like got a special place in my heart because that was like my first like tetra of that. First real like tropical fish I put effort, not effort, but like, you know, put more thought into getting, and I just think they're so cool. They're just one of those ones that like people start with them and then move past them because they're like, oh, that's a beginner fish. But man, glow light tetras, 10 out of 10, very cool fish. What's new in this tank? Oh yeah, the Julie koris. They're as well a bit, so the koris always take like a day to wake up basically, but they're really cool fish. I really love them. They're just fantastic. They're like, they're not probably the most colorful, but they're really patternful, I guess, if that's a word. But yeah, I love them. They're really cool fish. Now this tank is something I was really excited about, and that is the Albino Koi Swordtails. So I haven't posted about it or anything yet, but I'm doing a bit of summer tubbing this year. It's not quite warm enough. I'll give it a couple weeks before I put any fish in. I'm going to do the albino cherry barbs in my tub pond to breed them up. But these guys came in, I'm like kind of rethinking it. Like I'm obviously going to still do the, well, not obviously, but I'm still going to do the albino cherry barbs. But like, look at these guys. How pretty are they? These guys would be like perfect in a planted tank. They would just stand out. It'd look like they're glowing. So they're $15 as well. I'm gonna try to tell you guys all the prices, but I do forget sometimes. So if you do have any questions, just drop them down below. But yeah, fantastic. This tank, nothing new, but I'll let you have a quick look. Rosy tetras, bronze cories, some bristle noses, better. Probably that's it, unless I'm missing something obvious, which I probably am. Oh, there's a couple candy cane tetras that came in with that order randomly. The importer obviously didn't know, got them mixed up or something. This tank we've got just some like assorted male guppies. Like I always bring in just a handful, just because they're kind of fun, kind of interesting. Families and kids and stuff that we deal with a lot seem to love them. And then the other thing is longfin cherry barbs. I didn't get a ton because they are a little bit small, but that's probably our most asked about. Well, it's definitely our most asked about fish. But yeah, I'm just not convinced about. I mean, for the price, they're $9.50 for this size, and I can't do any better on price, so I don't know. That's why I don't really bring them in all that often. But yeah, they are cool fish. I mean, they're so popular because we got our display around the corner that I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, they are pretty female heavy, but there is a few males I spotted before when I was having a look. But yeah, longfin cherry barbs, beautiful, beautiful fish. This tank, I don't think there's anything new, but we got Harlequin rasboras. Oh, these black guppies will be new. They came from a breeder, but same idea. And then we got the Epistogramma crocotoides, Harlequin rasboras, Stabi cories. Oh, ramshorn snails. You'll notice there's heaps of ramshorn snails, and I just love it. I will admit, I have been target feeding them because I want them to be more. But one of our lovely customers brings them in sometimes, and I always want to breed them, but you guys seem to love them so much that I can never keep enough to breed because you guys buy them all. But I just love ramshorn snails. I think they're so pretty. Just fantastic fish. Next up, we got this tank here, this is like super fun, super colorful. Like this, just chuck this in your kids' room and it's fun as. Like we got the cardinal tetras here. Better substitute to neons. Still, they are quite sensitive. They're not an easy fish to get settled. Everyone's like, oh yeah, they're bulletproof compared to neons, and it's like, not really. The problem with, I don't know what it is, but they just keel over before. Until you get them settled, and then once you get them settled, they're like basically bulletproof. But yeah, got some cardinal tetras. I don't bring a lot in at a time, just a handful again. And then we got a bunch of platies, all sorts of platies, because everyone loves platies. That's like I do have another video I'm working on about platies because they're just so much fun. Such cool fish, such literally the perfect beginner fish. And then we got a bunch of albino cories, which all darted away. Oh no, there they are. Like albino cories. Again, love them or hate them. Some people think they're the most creepy thing in the world. Some people think they're awesome. Then we've also got some blue rams having a spa. Not a spa, but like a sparring session. So yeah, then we got in here white cloud mountain minnows. Again, awesome fish. I love them. Probably the best, one of the best beginner fish because they're like bulletproof. Like they'll put up not that you want to, but they'll deal with any issues you might have in terms of water quality and that. And they look actually really cool when they mature. Then this tank we got a bunch of Siamese algae eaters, which is cool, but they're underappreciated. They do look cool in their own sense, but people don't really keep them to look cool, if that makes sense. People just keep them because they eat algae, and I think they're one that gets the best of both worlds. Over here we have Otocinclus. So I am pretty disappointed with these guys. I tried out a new importer, and they're all the world's most skinniest fish in the whole bloody world. So that sucks. I did have a few DOAs, and these guys are all skinny as all hell, as you can see. So yeah, basically what happened is this. I did have issues with their fish were all just terrible quality basically from this importer. So I didn't buy any for ages, and then they recently changed owners. So I thought I'd give them another go, and again they're all skinny as hell. I'm actually really impressed though. Like all the other fish are way better quality than they used to be. It used to be like every second fish was like wonky spine in that, which isn't the case now. I had a really good look at them, but yeah, these otters are just super skinny. So I chucked them in this tank because it has heaps of algae, and also so I can keep them separate for a bit and fatten them up until they are ready to go. They will be fine. I find otters are one of those ones that like they maybe have a bit higher DOA rate than some other fish, but once they're arrived, they're fine. Like you're not going to have as much like just dropping off as a lot of people will like kind of say you get. Like if you read it online or like watch on YouTube and that, people say that they just drop off all the time. I don't strictly find that the case. I just find that they take a bit, they don't ship as well as some of the other fish, particularly if an importer's keeping them this blooming skinny. So yeah, we'll fatten them up and then they'll be ready to go. But yeah, that's that one. We'll just, these tanks probably don't have anything new that you haven't seen before, but we've got some premium angels. Like these guys are so stunning. That's like probably the best quality angels I've ever bought, so I'm really happy. I'm so wrapped with those guys. Tiger barbs are sold. They're going to a client's house tomorrow, I think it is. And then yeah, some blue rainbows, pearl gummies, that kind of thing. Crebensis galore. As anyone who's ever kept a crebensis will know, they try to overpopulate the world if you let them. So I have a lot of crebensis. They're like the most traded in fish by a long shot. Oh, this tank will have some new stuff. We got some Bolivian rams. So yeah, they're pretty cool. Very good fish. Very, I think, underappreciated. Everyone's like, oh yeah, they're just like the less cool blue rams, which is not true. They are really pretty in of themselves. They're just not maybe the most pretty when they first when you first get them. You do need to give them a few months to color up, but then once they color up, they're just like, whoo, beauty. This tank, cherry barbs and penguin tetras. Nothing crazy. Oh, big boy snakeskin gourami. But yeah, some cool fish in there. Angelfish. Look at this Philippine blue. That's so cool. They have been a bit vicious to each other. Two of them did lay eggs the other day, so I don't know what I might move. It's hard. I kind of want to move them, but I kind of don't, because they all settled in so nicely and they were fine together for a while. So if they do lay again, it doesn't look like there's any fresh fighting or that, but if they do lay again, I might move the old one out. Plants, obviously plants. We've got heaps of new plants in actually. If you came in on the weekend, unfortunately on Saturday, I had like there was like Cripwenti, a few bundles of Java moss, and that was it. So I did get some more. Plants are a little bit harder to come by at the moment for me, just because one of my main, so I don't buy any of the, well, I buy very few of the immersed grown ones. I mostly buy submersed grown, but one of my, my main grower had I can't remember what it was. I think his light died or something, and then there was an algae bloom, and he was fighting that for a while. But yeah, back to life, back to heaps of plants. So yeah, these guys are also new. So there's the King Kong parrotfish. They're big boys, big adults. I do have someone most likely going to buy them, coming to get them tomorrow. But if not, I will be advertising them more. I just didn't want to show them because they're so popular, and like I don't want to disappoint you guys. But yeah, I had someone down on the list who wanted them, so he gets first crack at them. But they're just such a derpy little thing. Popular for a reason, grumpy for a reason. Oi, stop it. And then my big boy common pleco. He's cool. I really wanted to keep him, but I can't put any more common plecos in my big tank because there's already two and they're already a bit squabbly with each other, so I don't want to push my luck. But yeah, I think that's about it really in terms of the new stuff. Or I will quickly show you the fish science stuff as well. So we recently brought on board fish science. I hilariously underestimated the popularity, so we're already sold out of a lot of them. So that was dumb. I will order some more. I have some more on the way, but you know, whoops. But yeah, I mean, it's a good problem to have. It's such good stuff using insect protein instead of like fish proteins in that to replicate natural diets, because it's something I don't talk about too much, but I want to talk about more. Is like most fish that we keep are actually insectivores, not like predators towards other fish. So yeah, that's something we're going to be pushing a lot harder towards. I really think it's one of the best, like, it's not the best food around. It's fine, but it's nothing crazy. But it's a really good kind of like middle of the road, good but not expensive food. What we're going to be doing is, because we're moving away from Sarah. I don't know if you've seen that video I done, but basically, I wasn't happy with how some of my customers were getting treated, unfortunately. So not by me, by Sarah. So we're moving away from them. I want to look after you guys, and I think Fish Science is actually a much better option. It's one of those ones I didn't really notice or like kind of know how good they were until I looked a bit more in depth, and I was like, wow, why haven't I been selling this the whole time? I didn't even know. So again, apologies, I kind of missed that. I didn't even realize how good they were, but hey, now I do, so we're all in. Rapashi, got a bunch of Rapashi. Actually, I keep doing this. It's so dumb. I keep under-ordering Rapashi, so I never order enough. I don't know why. It's just one of those ones where I just find it really hard to judge demand. It's like, oh, far and away, it's our most popular food, I'd say. And see, like, look at all this stuff. There's only like 1 and 2 left, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know why I can't judge how much you guys want. I don't even have to really judge. I just have to look it up. But hey, I'm not a numbers guy. So yeah, and I did just quickly want to show you guys the cherry barbs because everyone loves the cherry barbs. They are kind of dwindling down a little bit in the sense that like a lot of these guys are really old. I've had these, some of them I've had for like 5-6 years. So some of the long fins are getting like the wonky spines and that, and like droopy tails and that. And the good thing is some of the new ones I got are kind of starting to color up and get their size up. But it's kind of like a bit of a changing of the guard, I guess. I did also run out of the CO2, and I didn't fill it up for like 2 weeks. So we had a massive algae bloom, which is why this tank has been hacked back so badly. But it is coming back around, so watch this space. I know you guys love this tank. So yeah, while we're here, I may as well just show you my little albino cherry barb fry. They're starting to get some good size on them. Whoa, big smudge. But yeah, the albino cherry barb fry is starting to get some good size. So hey, first albino cherry barb fry in New Zealand as far as I'm aware. So what more could you want? But yeah, that's basically all I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. I want to kind of do more of this like fun stuff, because like, hey, fish are fun. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed getting shown around. I hope it maybe inspired you for some cool fish you might want to look at that like you didn't know about. Like for me, guppies, like I never really been a guppy guy. So it's cool for me to see like all the cool guppies are around, and like maybe I should be a guppy guy. So yeah, I hope it maybe sparks some ideas for you all. But aside from that, thank you all very much for watching. I love you all so much. Watch the space. I'm working on some super cool stuff, I think. Like, I'm so excited for the future of the aquarium project. I have endless amounts of cool ideas. So I hope you guys will stick around to see it. Come into the shop, come visit me. I'm always here. But yeah, love you guys all so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.